Education is a superpower. Imagine standing in front of a massive wall with hundreds of locked doors. Each door leads to a different opportunity, a different future. Without education, you might only be able to peek through the keyholes. But with education, you can swing those doors wide open. Every time you learn something new, you're crafting another key. Maybe it's learning to read. Suddenly, the world of books is open to you. Or perhaps it's understanding math. Now you can manage your money better. Each bit of knowledge is another key on your ring. And the more keys you have, the more doors you can open. Education isn't just about school, it happens everywhere. It's in the conversations you have, the mistakes you make, and the experiences you seek out. Education is life itself, if you're willing to pay attention and learn. And the best part, unlike other superpowers, this one is available to everyone. It's the great equalizer, the thing that can change everything. Education isn't just about filling your brain with facts. It's about growing as a person. When you learn, you're not just memorizing information. You're expanding your mind, challenging your assumptions, and seeing the world in new ways. Think about the first time you learned about a culture different from your own. Suddenly, your world got bigger. That understanding makes you more empathetic, more open-minded, more human. Education also helps us understand ourselves better. When you learn about psychology, you start to understand why you feel the way you do. When you study history, you see how the past has shaped your present. When you explore literature, you find characters who reflect parts of yourself. All of this self-knowledge is invaluable. It helps you make better decisions, form stronger relationships, and live a more authentic life. But perhaps the most important way education shapes us is by teaching us how to think. Critical thinking isn't just a skill for the classroom, it's a life skill. In a world that's constantly changing, the ability to think for yourself is priceless. Let's talk about jobs. Education and career opportunities go hand in hand. The more you learn, the more doors open for you. It's about acquiring skills that make you valuable. Think about jobs like social media manager, data scientist. These careers emerged because the world changed. And the world will keep changing. Education prepares you for new skills. It helps you excel in traditional fields too. A doctor with great knowledge is good, but one who communicates well is great. A teacher who knows their subject is valuable, but one who understands different learning styles is invaluable. Education gives you skills that set you apart. And let's not forget entrepreneurship. Starting your own business tests what you've learned. Education is your trusty toolkit. Section 4. Real-life transformations. Stories of educational impact. Let's talk about actual people whose lives were changed by education. There's Malala Yousafzai. She was shot by the Taliban for advocating for girls' education in Pakistan. But she didn't give up. She kept learning, kept fighting for education. Now she's a Nobel Peace Prize laureate helping girls around the world. Or consider Trevor Noah. He grew up in apartheid South Africa, facing poverty and racial discrimination. His mother believed in education and taught him to read. That foundation helped him become a successful comedian and author. Then there's Kekenya Ntaya. She grew up in a Maasai village in Kenya. She made a deal with her father to continue her education. Now, she runs a school for girls in her village, changing lives through education. These stories show us that education is about hope, opportunity, and the power to change your life. Section 5. The Ripple Effect. How education changes communities. When you educate one person, you're not just changing their life. You're creating a ripple effect that can transform entire communities. It's like throwing a pebble into a pond. The splash might seem small at first, but the ripples spread far and wide. Imagine a kid who learns to read. That's great for the kid, but now, maybe they can read bedtime stories to their younger siblings. Maybe they can help their parents understand important documents. Maybe they become the first person in their family to go to college. Suddenly that one person's education is lifting up their whole family. When more people in a community are educated, amazing things start to happen. Crime rates tend to go down. Health outcomes improve, economic opportunities increase. People become more engaged in civic life. They're more likely to vote, to volunteer, to be active in their community. It's like the whole community levels up. Educated communities can change entire countries. They can drive innovation, push for social change, and create economic growth. That's the power of education's ripple effect. It can lift up individuals, families, communities, and even entire nations. Embracing lifelong learning. A call to never stop growing. Education doesn't have an expiration date. Life is one big, ongoing class. Every day brings new opportunities to learn and grow. Embrace lifelong learning. Be curious, ask questions, seek out new experiences, read books, watch documentaries, have conversations with different thinkers, take classes, online or offline, learn new skills. Learning isn't always comfortable. It might challenge you. But that discomfort is where growth happens. If you want to learn, you can. It's always worth it. Embrace lifelong learning and live life to its fullest.